Hello, it's time for another episode of Discipleship Today. My name is Pastor Bob Benson. I pastor Christ Lutheran Church in Bemis Point, New York. We've been using the book of John as a discipleship text because of the special relationship that Jesus had with John. John often refers to himself as the beloved disciple. And we're going to get another glimpse of that today as we look into the book of John. We've been working through John 19. At this point, we're up to John 19, the last half of verse 24. And I'm going to read just a handful of verses, and I'm going to be reading from the English Standard Version. So the soldiers did these things. And verse 25 starts, but standing by the cross of Jesus were his mother, his mother's sister, Mary, the wife of Clopas, and Mary Magdalene. When Jesus saw his mother and the disciple whom he loved standing nearby, he said to his mother, "Woman, behold your son." Then he said to his disciple, "Behold your mother." And from that hour, the disciple took her into his own home. Here we get a glimpse of that special relationship that John had with Jesus. And one of the things that sometimes I think we kind of skip over is that John and Jesus were actually cousins. We see this as we go through this list of women. His mother was standing there, and there was a whole bunch of women standing there. It was his mother, his mother's sister, who was Salome, who was John's mother, Mary, the wife of Cleopas, and Mary Magdalene. So we have three Marys standing there, and the sister of Mary, the mother of Jesus. And so when we see that he had a great regard for his own mother. He said, "Woman," and some people think that is a derogatory term. That is not a derogatory term. It's actually a term of respect. The problem that we have here is this was probably spoken in Hebrew. It's recorded in Greek, and then we read it in English. Terms in English don't necessarily mean what they mean in the Hebrew. The word there is actually gene, which is from the base, specifically a wife is what the word means, spoken in Hebrew, recorded in Greek, and I just think we lose some of the translation when we do that, when it's translated a couple of different times before we look at it. If you called somebody woman today, that might come across as a term of disrespect. This was not a term of disrespect. He was not disrespecting his mother. As a matter of fact, he held his mother in high regard and wanted to make sure that she was taken care of. And because of that special relationship that John and Jesus had, he knew that John would take care of his mother as his own. And because they were relatives, I mean, this was a special thing. Behold your mother. From that hour, the disciple took her into his own home. The other thing here is we see that as John is recording this, it says here, the disciple whom he loved standing nearby. Remember that John is recording this, and there again, he refers to himself in the third person as that Jesus really loved. He knew there was a special relationship here. And I'm going to stop for a minute, and we're going to talk about some discipleship. Do your disciples know that they are special and you have a special relationship with them? And if they don't, you need to take the time and tell them that they're special and you're investing in them. Now, we make disciples who then go make disciples. So they need to have that kind of special relationship with their disciples. We're looking for downstream life. So as you're pouring into people, make sure that they're pouring into people. It doesn't mean that you can't spend time with them, but those disciples that are making disciples are really what we're looking for. So for Discipleship Today, my name is Bob Benson. Thank you for taking your time to watch.